Hi, my name is Sara McCormick. I'm a theater artist based out of Providence, Rhode Island. I'm going to be doing a piece from a play about David Mamet writing a play about Harvey Weinstein by Mathilde Drottois, as well as a piece from Henry IV, Part 1. I will also be singing On the Street Where You Live from My Fair Lady. You know, I spent my 20s having sex with boys to be polite, because it was easier than saying no. I've never focused on my own desire, and now I don't know where my desire lives. In my body, where to find it. I thought for once that I could focus on me because I'm so used to putting other people first. Not just my family, like everyone. You know, just the other day, this Italian lady that lives around the corner from me stops me in the middle of the street and starts talking to me, and she asks me when I'm due. And even though I'm not pregnant, I don't want her to feel bad, so I make up a due date. I blurt out August 5th. And then I have to do some really quick math to figure out how pregnant that makes me. And now I have to avoid that entire block where she lives so I don't run into her again. Because time's gonna pass. That's what time does. And I'm not gonna look more and more pregnant unless I start shoving pillows up my sweater. But I'm not gonna do that, I'm not crazy. So at some point, this Italian lady is gonna see me one day and feel so sorry for me and my miscarriage. My fictional miscarriage. And I don't know what to do with her pity. Where to put it. I should have told her the truth. I should have said, I'm not pregnant, I have an IUD. Yes, I only want one kid. Yes, Davy will be an only child. Yes, I know, I'm being selfish. Bite me. But I said August 5th. Oh my good Lord, why are you thus alone? For what offense have I this fortnight been, a banished woman from my Harry's bed? Tell me, sweet Lord, what is't that takes from thee thy stomach, pleasure, and thy golden sleep? Why dost thou bend mine eyes upon the earth, and start so often when thou sitt'st alone? Why hast thou lost the fresh blood in thy cheeks, and given my treasures and my rights of thee to thick-eyed musing and cursed melancholy? In thy faint slumbers I by thee have watched, and heard thee murmur tales of iron wars. Speak terms of manage to thy bounding steed, cry courage to the field, and thou hast talked of sallies and retires, of trenches, tents, of palisadoes, frontiers, parapets, of basilisks, of cannon, culverin, of prisoners' ransom, and of soldiers slain, and all the currents of a heady fight. Thy spirit within thee hath been so at war, and thus hath so bestirred thee in thy sleep, that beads of sweat have stood upon thy brow, like bubbles in a late disturbed stream. And in thy face strange motions have appeared, such as we see when men restrain their breath on some great sudden hest. Oh, what portents are these? Some heavy business hath my lord in hand, and I must know it, else he loves me not. And all the towering feeling, just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go